Gus Johnson, Joel Klatt, Jenny Taft, along with our rules analyst Mike Pereira. Washington won the toss, deferred. Michigan will receive the football first. And we'll get our first opportunity to see young Andrew Marsh, number 4. The kid from Katy, Texas. And that will bring out the Michigan offense under Bryce Underwood. And your thoughts on how he's been playing this year? For the Wolverines, Jordan Marshall in the backfield. Underwood to throw on first down. That ball sailing high and incomplete, intended for McCulley, offensively for Michigan.
He's not available right now. Jordan Marshall will be in the backfield, number 23.
Second down and 10 at the 25, and they'll give it to Marshall over the right side. Crosses the line of scrimmage and gains a yard. They need 9 from the 26. Underwood to throw with time underneath. It's caught, but not enough for a first down. to Nelly will stand at his 16-yard line. Denzel Boston deep at his own 32. Boston comes up, grabs it at the 35, still on the move, and finally wrestled down at the 35-yard line. Some good special teams coverage. 35-yard punt.
This Michigan team has to be aware of DeMond Williams on every snap because of that ability.
So the Huskies start. First down and 10 at the 38. Jonah Coleman, the single setback. And they'll give it to him on first down, and he runs right into Ernest Hausman. But he does gain 2 offensively for Washington.
He's 6'4", he's 210. He is an excellent player.
Second down and 8 at the 40. Williams checks it down near side, finds his tight end, Decker DeGraff. He's stopped by Zeke Berry after a gain of 3 defensively for Michigan.
A little bit with health. Rod Moore not playing right now. Mason Curtis playing safety.
Third down and 5. Can the Wolverines get off the field on third down? Here's Williams. He'll run it and pick up the first as he steps out of bounds. On 3rd and 5, he gets 6.
Well, when you're going to defend DeMond Williams, you can't rush up the field. What you're going to do is you're going to create lanes. Also, there's no spy for DeMond Williams in the middle of the field. So if the rush lanes get up the field too far, that allows Williams to take off. This guy runs for 4 first downs a game. And if they continue to play like that and get up the field, create that separation, he'll run for more today.
First down at the 49 now for the Huskies. Coleman looking for a crease, and he finds one. Plunges forward, stopped by TJ Metcalf.
Here, Washington picking up a first down and driving across the 50.
A gain of 4 on the last play. 2nd and 6. Williams again. Another tight end throw. DeGraff gets upfield, picks up the first. Ernest Hausman drags him down with Rolder, and that's a 10-yard.
They move the chains again.
First down at the 37. Opening series for Washington. Coleman patiently finds 3 yards on the run. Looks like Damon Payne having some footwear issues, and a flag is thrown.
They got a little early start there.
Full start. Offense, number 56. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Michigan had trouble lining up last week to USC. They got lined up late several times. That's why you see this fast tempo from Washington.
Second down and 12 at the 39. Williams fires. Oh, almost intercepted. Jair Hill had it. Intended for DeGraff.
You wonder if this was a miscommunication on the outside. Looks like he's expecting a hitch from Denzel Boston. Boston ran a slant. Jair Hill, if he would have got his hands on that and corralled it, I think he would have been in the end zone, partner.
Over the 39-yard line. Coleman remains in the backfield with Williams. Here's Williams. Guns it. Far side and incomplete. Zeke Berry breaks it up. And Coach Martindale told us, and Coach Moore told us that Berry had a nice game last week against SC.
He's such an aggressive corner. When you try to run these underneath routes, watch how quickly he breaks, and then he goes right up to defend the ball against Desmond Roebuck. and he's able to bat it away. And Michigan, after giving up a couple of first downs, they're going to force a punt.
Washington with the chance to bury the Wolverines deep. Samaj Morgan, the return man. And Morgan lets it go over his head and trickles into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start from their own 20 with young Bryce Underwood. He turned 18 years old on August 19. And a handoff. Marshall follows his block, squeezes through, and he'll get about 8 yards on the run, stopped by Exree Alexander.
Well, that's what they need to do. Again, build into this success. Watch as you're going to get Marshall right on the interior of this defense, pulling the tackle around. There's Bredesen. If you follow 44, generally the ball is following where he's going. Marshall hanging on to the football, and first down success, Gus. That builds into third down success. Nice play.
Second down and 2. Trips at the top of your screen. Empty backfield for Bryce Underwood. Underneath, nice throw and catch. First down, Samaj Morgan.
And on first down, getting back to that run play, it creates an easier second down call.
From the 35, first down, Marshall. And Marshall continuing to fight. Jordan Marshall from Cincinnati, Ohio. 5'11", 216, gains 3 yards on the play from the 38. Second down, 7 yards to go. Marshall, the pistol back. Play fake. Underwood sets up, drops it off to Marshall. In the flat, stutter step up the sideline, first down.
Back, who's able to run for a first down.
They put cinnamon on the chili.
Oh, cinnamon. Yeah. Interesting.
First down and 10 at the 47 for the Wolverines. Here's the reverse, and it's McCulley. McCulley with a hole and a first down. Donovan McCulley has been a breath of fresh air in the receiver room for Michigan. He's gained 11 here.
Well, you're going to get the reverse here, but again, you follow 44. Where's the ball going? 44 is going to take you to the ball. That's Max Bredesen. Why? Because he's one of the most effective blockers in college football. He gets a nice block on the outside. McCulley's able to follow and get the first down.
One of my favorite players in all of college football, Max Bredesen. What a leader. Play action. Underwood on the short roll. Underwood tries to get outside. Flag on the play. Shuffles it forward and gets it out of bounds. But there is a flag.
Underwood's passing.
Holding. Offense. Number 44. 10-yard penalty. First down.
That's Bredesen.
He was trying to block the edge where Underwood was trying to get out of the pocket. So here's Bredesen right here, and he's going to come down and try to set this edge. I think it's because he pulled him down, I guess. Doesn't look like a hold to me. Certainly more egregious holds last week against USC.
Second series of the game for Michigan. Underwood, near side. Marshall. And he'll go out of bounds. 4 receiver package now. 2nd and 16 at the 48. Underwood guns it over the middle and caught for first. No! Is that ball live? It looked like it was a catch by Tonelli, but now they rule it incomplete.
Ball skills right down the middle.
So a long 3rd and 16 at the 48. Underwood drops it off over the middle, and it's caught by Zach Marshall, and Marshall gets close to that first down mark. 6'6", 324-pound listed junior from Burke, Virginia. Second-year starter. Today was his 20th Michigan start. More than half of those at right tackle. Here's a look on the left side today.
Yeah, here he is, and it wasn't a contact injury. He just kind of steps wrong on that left leg. You can see he reaches down for it right away, and they were out immediately and brought out the cart. Boy, that's a tough loss for Michigan.
They find Morgan, and he dropped it. Incomplete. Here comes Demond Williams Jr., who accounted for a school record 538 yards of total offense. Williams to throw it, winds up. The deep ball in coverage and caught. Denzel Boston A gain of 48.
Michigan's trying to double team him down the field. But watch as Boston is just going to get a chance from his quarterback. So he moves inside of Mason Curtis, but the other corner, Zeke Barry, is there and gets lost based on where the ball is, and Boston's able to track it down.
Makes it first down and 10 at the 19, and Coleman will pick up yardage. Flag on the play.
There is no foul for the Blackwood Warriors. The block was deemed legal.
Jason Nickleby, your referee today. 2nd and 8 at the 17. Out wide. Here's Vines Bright. And Raiden Vines Bright, 12th catch of the year, stopped by Nichols. Williams fires far side, incomplete. And Vines Bright looked like he may have had a step on TJ Metcalf. A 36-yarder. Gross, 6 of 7 on the season. And no good. He pushed it wide right. Mel Owens, the Golden Bachelor. First down and 10 at the 20 for the Wolverines. Underwood drops it off underneath, and it's caught. Tonelli. And Deacon Tonelli will gain 5. Jacob Manu stops him. Colston, first-round pick with the Bears. 2nd and 5 to the 25. Marshall looking for that first down. He's strong, fights for it. Looks like he may have it. Devin Bryant with the tackle. He's electric. And they give it to Marshall. And Marshall, look at the leg drive. Underwood looking. Here's Marshall in space. And Marshall picks up the first down. Jasper Parker in the game now at running back. They give it to him straight ahead. No, over the middle it's caught. Great play action fake. Donovan McCulley gains 15.
You know what he's really doing here is he's reading the linebacker. So this is a run pass option, and that creates the space behind the linebacker, and he's able to get it to Donovan McCulley.
First down, here's Underwood outside, caught, and it's Zach Marshall pounding forward, and he'll get to the Washington 21. A 19-yard gain. Underwood pumps. Sets up underneath. Here's Marsh in space. Marsh, touchdown, Michigan. Andrew Marsh. What an excellent series for the Wolverines. They kept Washington off balance.
Maybe as good of a series as they've had all year. Watch the backfield motion here from Marshall, and then the motion from this Michigan player in the slot. What does that do? Creates all this space in the middle of the field, and they run that middle screen. Beautiful job by the offensive line. That's as good of an offensive series as we've seen from Michigan, certainly when considering the opponent. They were great against Central Michigan, but this one against Washington right through them.
Extra point by Zavada, good.
Underwood, clearly a great rhythm right there, and also distributing the ball all over. Marshall, you've got tight ends involved.
And Andrew very close. First down for Washington. Williams gets out of the pocket, buys some time, drops it off to Jonah Coleman, who steps out of bounds. Looks like a first down.
If you just fly up the field like that, Gus, he's like quicker than a hiccup. He's out of the pocket. It reminds me a lot of Kyler Murray when we used to call those games at Oklahoma.
Let's see how they respond after Michigan finally put some points on the board. Williams tries to get outside and dragged down. What a tackle by Ernie Hausman. For Washington, Williams underneath. Coleman with space. Coleman puts on the juice and gets out of bounds as he crosses midfield. And the handoff to Adam Muhammad. Was Michigan a blitzing team when?
So with Minter, they used to run more what would be called zone pressures and rotate in order to come up with people in those spaces.
Williams trying to get outside and pick up the first down, and he does. At the Wolverine 38 for the Huskies. And a flag.
I think there was a little bit of a flinch there from the tight end, Decker DeGraff.
Full start. Offense, number 86.
Adam Muhammad in the backfield. Williams with time. Now escapes the pressure. Turns it up, throws, and out of bounds. Williams with time. Over the middle. Caught. And it's Adam Muhammad who gains 6. Twins at the top of your screen. And another flag.
Full start. Offense, number 74. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
Looks like this crowd is having an impact. Third down and 14 at the 42. Boston already with a 48-yard reception. Here's a screen. Doesn't work this time. Muhammad corralled and taken down. Jay-Sean Barham, first man to it. Dunn will come in to punt it away from the 41. Samaj Morgan, the return man. Morgan lets it go over his head. It bounces back and out of bounds. Terrific punt. And a touchdown. Underwood, the handoff. Marshall slips as he gets to the line of scrimmage. He'll get a yard. Bredesen, the motion man. Underwood pulls it out, throws, complete. Nice throw, great catch. Zach Marshall. First down at the 21 now. Michigan with some breathing room. Underwood throwing on first down. Reverses out of trouble. First down in sight. Striding. And he'll slide down after he picks it up at the 35. A gain of 11.
Tell you, that was a great spin move to get himself out of a pocket that was collapsing right onto him. The left tackle up there, Frazier, gets put right on his back by a great power rush.
Underneath, great catch. Andrew Marsh, one hand. Flag on the play.
But it's there. Greatness is in that kid.
Here's the reverse. Do they want to throw it? Looks like they will. Almost intercepted. Donovan McCulley. Dangerous throw. Rayshawn Clark. Underwood hands it off to Marshall. And Jordan Marshall just pounding forward. Third down and 2 at the 40. Maybe 4-down territory for the Wolverines if they don't pick up the first.
I think likely, Gus, it's 4-down territory.
Underwood sprints out. Delayed handoff. Marshall, first down, cuts it inside. Michigan with a gain of 10. Zach Durfee with the tackle.
I tell you, this is a great job by Underwood of continuing his fake, because after he hands the ball to Marshall, watch him impact the defensive end, Zach Durfee. Durfee ran out like Underwood had the ball, and that's what created the lane for Marshall.
Jasper Parker in at running back. Play fake. Underwood, short toss, incomplete. Looking for the tight end, Zach Marshall again. 2nd and 10 at the 30.
Illegal snap. Offense, number 51. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
There's Crippen in there, the center. See if he's flinching. Yeah, just a little flinch with the ball.
Lining up at the bottom of your screen. Underwood underneath, another screen. This time Washington was ready for it as Andrew Marsh makes the catch, but he's stopped by Exree Alexander. 3rd down and 14 at the 34. Conservative. Marshall. And he gets to the 30. Zavada 8 of 11 on the season with a long of 56 yards. This one from 48 yards away. And no good. For Demond Williams.
Timeout, Washington, their first half, 30 seconds.
Washington came into this game averaging 39 points per contest. Coleman. 2nd and 4 out of the offset eye. Play fake. Williams skipping on the move. Lets it go. Finds Cade Eldridge. And he'll get another 6 yards. For both players. 1st and 10 at the 42. Williams knocked down and incomplete. Great job by Rayshon Benny at the 42. Williams lofts it up in the air for Coleman. He gets his shoulder square and tiptoes out of bounds. Nice gain. 3rd down and 1. And the handoff to Coleman. 1st down, Huskies.
Got to execute on offense down here, and this is a series that needs to end in points.
Adam Muhammad replaces Coleman. That ball complete at the 40-yard line. Tight throw. 5-yard gain. And it's Desmond Roebuck.
They're going to run a slant and go or an out and go.
2nd and 5. Muhammad. Dragged down by Ernest Hausman. They give him 3. 3rd down and 2 at the 37. Williams sprints out on the move. Nice catch, Denzel Boston. Empty backfield for Demond Williams Jr. Williams under pressure and sack. Derek Moore.
It's a great rush from Derek Moore. He's just going to go inside. They're bringing Etta on the outside to try to contain Demond Williams. But this is terrific speed right into the lap of the quarterback.
2nd down and 19 after the 9-yard loss. Williams bouncing over the middle. Caught! Raiden Vines Bright ran a great route. That's a gain of 31. Coleman breaks a tackle. Dives forward and gets around the 5.
Denzel Boston, great matchup. He's in the slot, bottom of your screen.
2nd and 5 at the 6. 1 timeout left. Here's Vines Bright, gets to the corner. Did he get in? No. Knocked out of bounds. Inside the 1, but it is a 1st down.
Zeke Berry comes up to try to stop him, keeps him out of the end zone, but like you said, that toe just hitting that sideline before he can reach across the pylon.
44 seconds remaining. Coleman straight ahead. Touchdown, Huskies.
I tell you, what a series from Washington. Great push in the offensive line. Coleman is able to just get right behind those guys, dig his way into the goal line, all set up by that long yardage seam throw from Demond Williams. Jed Fish pumped up on the sideline as they're an extra point away from evening this thing up.
Grady Gross in to attempt the extra point. And the equalizer. We are level at 7.
Underwood has some time to try to get his team in field goal range.
This one kicked out of the end zone to 10 and 13 and number 11 in the final AP poll in 2023. Underwood out wide has his receiver, but what a great open field tackle by Tacario Davis.
So they can think about a timeout, but here it looks like they're comfortable just letting it run out.
Second down and 11 over the middle. And he had his tight end again, Zach Marshall, at the 24. Underwood, near side this time. Caught. Channing Goodwin. And Goodwin.
This is a team that leads the Power 4 in scoring in the second half so far this year.
So the Huskies will get it to start the second half. Demond Williams in the first half, 14 of 19, 155 yards. And on first down, they run it with Coleman.
That first down run there goes for next to nothing.
Second down and 8. Williams bouncing in the pocket, lofts it up on the sideline and out of bounds. Denzel Boston, the intended receiver, at the 27. Williams steps up and sacked. No, he breaks the tackle on the move and incomplete. Ready to punt. Washington, their first 3 and out of the game. This one out of bounds. 151 yards and a touchdown in the first half with a long of 22. He sprints out of the pocket, delivers a soft one. Nicely done as Andrew Marsh makes the catch. Bredesen on the left side. They usually go that way if they want to run it. Underneath, nice throw again, and another catch by the freshman, Andrew Marsh. But there is a flag.
You wonder if there's a lineman downfield here because this is a run-pass option. Do these guys get too far down the field? You got 51.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense, number 51. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Second down and 8. And Marshall explodes for a first down. Bryant brings him to the turf, but that's a gain of 12. And I think Jordan Marshall has just been wonderful today. 5.2 right now. Here's Underwood, steps up in the pocket, thought about running it, and is dragged down from behind by Jacob Lane.
Bryce Underwood.
Marshall, the pistol back. Bredesen in motion. Marshall cuts it back. Now Marshall in the backfield. Underwood off his back foot. Nice throw, great catch, Zach Marshall. First down, Wolverines. I like the concepts they're running today, partner.
Yeah, this one is just a drag route because you're going to bring the tight end across, but then you've also got routes going this direction from the wide side of the field. And then during that man coverage, he's able to just get this ball past the defensive lineman and right on the money to Marshall.
First down and 10 at the Washington 27 for Michigan. Underwood, sidearm, Samaj Morgan, first down again. First and 10 at the 14. Michigan knocking on the door. The handoff, Parker. And Jasper Parker, the freshman.
Jasper Parker.
Second down, 8 yards to go from the 12. Underwood, another quick strike this time. Marshall unable to grab it. That one thrown a little in front of him. Third down and 8. Underwood looks that way. Underneath again, he's got a receiver. Not enough for first down as Donovan McCulley makes the grab. So here you go, 4th down and 2 at the 6. Bredesen, they give it. Marshall. Oh, what a fight.
I don't think he got it. The far official is saying it's Washington ball.
Coleman. And Coleman with some nice running room. Second and 2. Coleman again looking for the first down. He won't get it. He crosses the line of scrimmage. Gains 1.
This will be a big answer for Michigan's defense after that 4th down stop from the Huskies.
They're 4 of 8 on 3rd down conversions today. 3rd down and 1, and they'll get it.
Try to get rid of some of those mistakes, the pre-snap penalties, and we're going to be just fine.
From the 16, Williams sets up deep in the pocket. Now he's on the move and knocked down again. Good defense. Hausman with a hand in the passing lane, but there is a flag.
It looked like Nate Marshall, the Michigan defensive end, was just tackled out there.
Offense, number 86. Half the distance to the goal. 1st down.
That's Decker DeGraff, the tight end. He's working top of your screen up there. He's working against Nate Marshall. And you can see he just kind of takes him down right in front of Damon Williams.
1st down and 18 at the 8.
Please reset the game clock to 6 minutes, 37 seconds, please. 6:37.
1st down and 18 at the 8. Damon Williams over the middle. And DeGraff picks up a lot of it. 14. 2nd and 4 at the 22. Williams again goes through his progressions. Steps up in the pocket and just dumps it out of bounds. At their own 22. Williams over the middle, caught, but not enough for a first. Denzel Boston couldn't get to the line to gain. Ernest Hausman. Risky business here. They run it and get it. Coleman. Play fake. Williams back side. Caught. Roebuck. And he'll get upfield. Picks up 6. Rolder brings him down. 2nd and 4 at the 33. Williams pulls it out. Delivers. And DeGraff with the catch, but Jimmy Rolder right there, and they love the way Jimmy Rolder plays. Williams under pressure and incomplete. He had a man in his face. Roebuck, the target, barely got that one off. So Dunn comes back in upon it from the 18. And Samaj Morgan standing at the 24. They get it away. Morgan backpedaling. He'll get a shot at it. Morgan splitting and goes down at the 17-yard line. 1st down and 10 at the 18. Here's a handoff. Marshall. Otani with 3 home runs. He struck out, what, 10?
10 punch-outs, 100 pitches, 10 punch-outs, and 3 jacks. One of them he hit out of the stadium.
2nd and 7 at the 21. And Underwood decides to run it. Third down and 4. Underwood looking in trouble. Jitterbug stays on his feet and gets the first. Or did he? Now they're saying he's short.
As he stumbled, it looked like he tried to dive for the line to gain. He needed to get all the way to the 33. See how is he stumbling here? Boy, that's awfully close. It is a bad spot. There's no doubt. They spot him at the 32. I'm pretty surprised if they don't take a look at this.
Punt team on.
Wow. College football replay will stop it for anything, and they didn't stop it for that? Well, I know 3 for sure, but I feel like I'm missing one.
1st and 10 at the 18. And intercepted. Cole Sullivan. Michigan has a football.
He's locked on the running back. Sullivan is, what does that do? It drags him into that throw zone. And there he is for the pick. They're trying to throw the slant, and Sullivan is just reading his keys. He's just doing his job. He didn't read the eyes of the quarterback. He's looking at the running back. The back drags him out. That was Adam Muhammad, and Sullivan is right there for the pick. Damon Williams didn't see him and didn't wait for the second window to open up for that slant route, and Sullivan creates what is now the biggest play of the game.
First turnover of the game for either team. 1st and 10 at the 14. Can Michigan pay it off? Marshall! Touchdown! Michigan!
Find 44. He's going to take you to the ball. Watch Max Bredesen. They run a little bit of a trap. They leave the defensive lineman for the fullback, Max Bredesen. It allows the center, Greg Crippen, to go up to the linebacker immediately, and that's how they finally get those linebackers blocked and Marshall free for the end zone.
You can't say enough good stuff about Max Bredesen in terms of his unselfishness and his leadership ability. This one really starting to heat up now. And into the end zone for a touchback. Damon Williams guns it to the sideline, and it's caught by Roebuck, who turned it up. From the 42, Williams, they're opening it up for him now. Near side, nice strike. Denzel Boston. Another 17-yard gain.
Good timing from the quarterback.
From the Michigan 42, Williams over the middle, and another interception. This time it's Jimmy Rolder.
He's expecting this tight end to sit because it's zone defense. The tight end moves out to the outside, and he throws it behind him. Rolder is there for the pick. I think Damon Williams
at the 38-yard line. Closing moments of the third quarter. They'll run it. Jasper Parker. And that could take us to the end of the third quarter. 3-yard gain. Second down and 7 at the 41 for Michigan. Underwood hands it off to Marshall straight ahead. He'll push the pile forward.
Jordan Marshall, the ball carrier.
3rd down and 2 at the 46. Marshall looking for that first down, spins, kind of scoots forward. Depending on the spot, it looks like he got it. And I believe Michigan calls a timeout. First down at the 48. Marshall, the pistol back. Bredesen in motion. He follows Bredesen through the hole. Played only 3 series last week at SC before that upper body injury. Underwood dancing in the pocket. And he just runs out of bounds.
Got to throw that away. He's out of the pocket. He just took the negative gain there. He throws it away. It's 3rd and 7. I don't think that spot's right.
Looks like it was
After review, the ball is being placed at the 47-yard line.
Yeah,
3rd down.
That's an expedited review from the booth. Jed Fish was upset on the far side, and I agree with him.
Instead of 3rd and 8, it's 3rd and 11. Here's Underwood. Nice throw and catch. What a play. Sensational for the Wolverines. Washington 25 now for Michigan. Huskies showing blitz. Marshall cuts it inside at the 20. Look at the strength of Jordan Marshall. The Cincinnati Kid, baby. 11 yards.
You know what you're starting to see with this offensive line and Jordan Marshall is these young Wolverines. You got a redshirt freshman left tackle, 2 redshirt freshmen on the right side of that offensive line. You got a true freshman at quarterback.
1st and 10 at the 14. Marshall again. And he'll get inside the 10. Marshall. This is his 2nd career 100-yard game.
You get him out of the pocket, you probably have someone wide open, and this is a funky formation. Look at Marsh.
Here's the play, the roll, Underwood, wide open. Touchdown, Zach Marshall.
Well, you've got Andrew Marsh back here. Watch him. He's going to come behind the play. And it looks like a fake right there. And then nobody with Zach Marshall. A little bit of a funky formation. The fake to Andrew Marsh around the right side. And Underwood with an easy completion for a touchdown.
Savano with the extra point. And it's good.
Who have come in and been tremendous for this Michigan team today.
But don't underestimate this Washington Husky squad. They've shown an ability to come back. First down and 10 of the 25-yard line. Coleman. And Coleman breaking tackles and finally gets out of bounds.
Number 12 is going to have to play an impact here.
2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground, looking for that first, and Coleman dives forward and gets it. 3rd down and 1 for Washington. At the 34. They hand it off and won't get it. Coleman ambushed by Trey Pierce. They lost 2 on that play. 4th down and 3.
Timeout, Michigan. Their 2nd of the half. 30 seconds.
Michigan crunching the line of scrimmage. Williams. And he's hit. It's loose. And Washington jumps on it. Derek Moore. So Michigan takes over at the Washington 17. Marshall. And the leg drive by this young man is incredible. He gains 5. Tough day at the office.
We let a tight end go one-on-one with Derek Moore.
2nd and 5 at the 12. Out of the eye. Marshall the deep man. Second man through. Marshall. Michigan in no rush now. Marshall. First down, Wolverines. First down and goal at the 5. Now Underwood wanted to run it. I don't know if that was a broken play. Looked like it was. McLaughlin with the tackle for Washington.
What you can't do is put the ball in harm's way. I'd run it again.
2nd down. And Marshall outside. And he'll go down at the 5.
This looks like the older version of Michigan. You know, it really did. You saw that play selection. 21 runs in the 2nd half, only 7 passing attempts.
Jasper Parker in the backfield. Morgan in motion. They pitch it to Parker near side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 5. A gain of 2. So that brings up 4th down and goal at the 3. From 21 yards away, he missed a 48-yarder earlier.
Delay a game. Kicking team. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Really not the worst thing when you're that close.
So instead of a 21-yarder, it's from 26 yards away.
I would have declined it if I was Jed Fish, to be honest with you.
Interesting. about down. And it's good. But there's another flag.
Unless it's a roughing, then it would be a first down.
Running into the kicker. Defense, number 7. That penalty is declined. The field goal is good.
24-7. And out of bounds.
He was in the transfer portal was Jordan Marshall, and Jordan Marshall was the one that said, yeah, get here, man.
Williams throwing it deep. And another interception. Wow, off his backside. Holy Chicago, Jacob Oden. And he'll keep that one. He's taking that to the door.
He's thinking to himself like, oh my goodness, I just tripped and fell down and Denzel's gonna get a catch. And then he's like, nope, I got it.
The Wolverines, 4 minutes to go. And Parker. Janitor, he do his job the same way. Passion, commitment, and unselfishness. Can't say enough about it.
If they're playing Ohio State as a 9-2, I think that's a win and in situation.
Marshall again. Adding to his total.
Jordan Marshall.
First down at the 41. Marshall. And a flag.
Jordan Marshall, the ball carrier. Penalty flag on the field.
Holding. Offense, number 53. 10-yard penalty. First down.
This is exactly what they needed to do. This looked a lot more like Michigan than what we saw last week.
First down and 20. And Jasper Parker will make that Underwood. And he'll slide down close to the first down marker. Jasper Parker in the backfield. And Parker picks up the first down.
The year that he's having in this second half, this is going to be a tough pill to swallow on the way back to Seattle.
Parker.
This is an underrated Washington team. It's a very simple equation, folks. You're either throwing the football when you want to or throwing the football when you have to. And when you do it when you want to, your quarterback becomes really good. And Sharon Moore was able to build a game plan that put his quarterback in a great position to succeed today.